Hello Aquarius, my name's Echo and thank you for joining me for your July 2025 tarot reading. As we step into the more warm summer-like energies, I want you to stay open to what we've had going on astrologically. We do currently have some things moving about that are putting us in an energy of, I want to say it's F around and find out, but that's not really what I'm going to. For some reason, that expression is coming to mind. But if you're looking at the political views and what's going on socially and economically, there is a lot of teardown to embrace that which truly does resonate with us. And finding our own personal truths, likewise, follows suit. So follow what's going on and check out my other videos to see where we are looking astrologically. And be sure to check the card of the day, where I go over brief explanations of tarot with a little short to introduce you to the cards and help you learn for yourself. So let's go ahead and throw some cards, Aquarius, and see what you have coming in July. You start off with this card of the Supermoon Attraction. Now, everybody knows that the reason the moon's phases impact us so heavily is because of the gravitational pull. People really, think about gravity so much as just that force that keeps our feet on the ground. But the reason the full moon impacts everybody so high is because it does impact water due to its gravitational nature. And we are a large percentage of water, the human body. So right now there may be some sort of attraction going on. Not just to like new ways of doing things. Like I said, we are being pulled towards that which truly does resonate with us, finding our own truth. But there may be some sort of attraction to you from other people. And by that I mean there may be someone taking an interest in you, either in your skills, because now you're showcasing those. If you've just stepped into a new line of work, you're stepping out into the open, into the light, and letting people see you for who you really are as you live your most genuine life. And it is attracting people to you at this time who totally resonate with you and who you are, like at your truest nature. So a supermoon, because this is the card of supermoon attraction, a supermoon is actually a moon that appears much larger than others because of its proximity to Earth. As you know, the moon has an elliptical orbit, meaning it's not a perfect round orbit. It does kind of stretch. And this is why the moon can be closer or further away from Earth at any given cycle at any point in time. But supermoon means you are closer, you are bigger, you are brighter, and that means that, yeah, attraction is totally possible because people are seeing you for who you are up close and personal. So if people are being drawn into your sphere, Aquarius, at this time, don't think anything of it. I mean, you're pretty good at weeding out who's genuine and who's not. So I have a feeling that in the month of July, as we go through, I feel like I said June. I'm sorry if I did, Aquarius. But in the month of July, if somebody feels like they're coming at you with less than best intentions, put a stop to whatever it is, any unfair treatment or anything they're putting in your path that doesn't work for you, and step in something that really does, okay? So that was for someone specific, but I'm going to go ahead and throw some more cards here. Next, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Swords is a very forthcoming queen. She'll be very honest with you. She'll be very legitimate. She'll be very truthful. And she has a very healing nature. She is almost like a grandmother energy that you would go to ask for advice or wise counsel. However, she's not depicted in this card as an elderly, but rather a beautiful, but also very powerful queen. In reverse, this tells me that you're recognizing where you're giving away your power, where you're recognizing how people speak to you, and where it seems less than respectful. It may also feel like there is some sort of gossip or secrets or something going around that doesn't really click with you. And there's nothing wrong with correcting that, Aquarius, as we move through the month of July, because you do need to be able to speak your own truth. Otherwise, you're weaving a life that works for others and not yourself. Likewise, if you're really feeling like there needs to be more open communication toward you, don't be afraid to ask questions. I feel like you're being pushed at this time to open up and ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask for more. And if the answer is no, then maybe you need to consider, are you asking the wrong way? Are you asking the wrong person? Just, I feel like that's really, really specific. But this may be in the workplace for somebody specifically. That may be in the workplace where you need to address something and reorganize how it's working. So you're going to be reaching out to somebody for that. But let's go ahead and throw cards and see what the tarot has for you. Your base energy is the Chariot, so you are looking to move forward at this time, Aquarius. July is going to have you wanting to come fresh out the gate and create new beginnings for yourself. The Chariot is all about forward movement. You know, tally ho, he is the one charging forward, even rising above the clouds. Now, clouds in the tarot can talk about confusion or mental fog or lack of focus. But if you'll notice, the individual driving the Chariot is rising above the clouds and into the great cosmos beyond. So he is very much looking to get past all the confusion and the fogginess and get clear on what is truly important to him. But let's go ahead and see what's crossing you in the month of July. Crossing you is the Five of Wands in reverse. So I feel like, because the Five of Wands is about almost like you've been through the training, you've been through the conflict that is necessary to learn. And what's crossing you at this time is you feel like you've done the lessons, you've gone through the steps, and now you're ready to step into something new, right? You're ready to step into a lighter energy, something that you're done with the steps, you're done with the training. It's almost like you're ready for the next step, okay? You're no longer the young apprentice. Now you're ready to move forward and maybe start your own venture. So you are considering that which you've already been through and that which you are currently going through at this time. Is there anything more you can learn where you're at, or is it time to move on? Your base energy is the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is all about things you can see, things you can touch, things that are real time. So this is very much your house, your car, your job, how you make your money, how you think about money, etc. Your everyday. Five of Pentacles is very much a moving on energy, because if you'll notice in this card, the trees are barren and it is in winter, but with that little pole sticking out of the ground, I don't know how well you can see that, it indicates that there were indigenous people that were in the area in this picture who have since moved on. So we were talking about wanting to move forward and realizing the rite of passage that you're currently going through. So at your base level, you're taking stock of things where they are, you know, just as they are, plain black and white, and you're seeing that it may be time to move on. And you don't have to do so with any animosity, Aquarius. I really don't feel like that's where you're coming from in July. I really feel like you're just seeing what has worked, what once did serve you in your day-to-day is no longer hospitable, right? Because these people in this card have moved on. The land is no longer hospitable in the dead of winter. But let's go ahead and continue and see what energies are impacting this reading. You have the Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's time to get up out of the chair and free yourself. The individual in this card could very easily put down the swords and remove her blindfold. There is nothing keeping her on that seat but herself. In reverse, this says to me that the time to get up and move is actually now. And I don't know why I'm noticing this, but I'm going to put these cards down just a sec. I want to show you something. We started this with the Chariot. If you'll notice, there's a crescent moon there. We started with, and then we had the Two of Swords later on, and there was a crescent moon there, okay? If you look at the frame on this card, and I never really focus on this, if you look at the frame on this card of attraction, the crescent moon is on either side. And then the supermoon's in the middle, just because we happen to draw the supermoon card. But the crescent moon will indicate phases, because we're talking about, excuse me, put these cards back the way they were. The crescent moon, as you know, the moon moves into phases. Your new moon is going to be beginning phase, and then it comes into the waxing. That is the first crescent moon, where you are starting that new beginning, the beginning steps. It goes into the full moon, and then the waning moon, the other crescent, is when the moon is going back to dark and is no longer visible, because we are ending cycles. So I feel like you are going to be revisiting the cycles you have been through, Aquarius. In July, it may almost be like, you know, like in movies where their life flashes before their eyes and they go through everything they've been through up until this point. I feel like this is kind of you. You're looking at the road you've traveled, the road you're on now, and contemplating the road you want to go to and how this whole chapter ends, okay? The legacy. But let's continue reading. Yep, crowning you is the Six of Swords. Very movement energy. Six of Swords is all about moving on to calmer waters, trying to find your peace. The tumultuous waters that the individual is moving through are what he's looking to paddle out of. Because if he stays in those with these swords in this boat, he's going to take on water faster and he is inevitably going to sink. So he is rowing to smoother waters where he can eventually get to shore, you know, and repair his boat. Swords are an airy energy, communication, excuse me, just like we had in the Two of Swords here and the Queen of Swords. So there is something that needs to be communicated at this time, or you are very deep in thought about how you can take what's going on with you at this time and turn it into something that serves you in a more peaceful, calmer way. And the dragonflies on his boat, dragonflies are actually a symbol of rebirth. So if you do see dragonflies at this time, because it is a good season for it, pay attention to that, my dear Aquarius, because there is something in that for you. Some cultures believe they are actually our loved ones coming back to visit us in a new form. Excuse me. Your immediate outcome, you have the Lovers in reverse. And the Lovers in reverse is talking about a choice. So Lover's card is not only to love yourself before you can love another, but in reverse, this says that you're very aware as you're looking to move into this peaceful space, who and what chose you and who and what did not. Who and what is investing in you and who and what is not. So it says that it's really not, you're looking to make a peaceful life for yourself as you move on with the Six of Swords and calm your energy and calm your mindset. And the immediate outcome of doing so will allow you to see things for how they are and not make choices that you feel will hold you back, okay? To withdraw from things you may have chosen already to go after that which you are truly inclined to. So let's see what energy you are bringing to this reading, okay? Because in the Celtic Cross, that is this next position. You have the shadow side in reverse. Now, the shadow side in this deck is actually representative for the Devil card. Now, the Devil card is not an evil card, but it does indicate that there is some level of control going on. And in reverse, it says to me that you are looking to let go of whatever that control is that you have over you. That is your ultimate goal for the month of July, okay? You're attracting, yes, but not only to people who see your genuine light and really love you, you're also going to be attracting people who look to use you because, let's face it, those people are out there and those situations are out there. So if you don't protect your energy and you let those situations and people use you, that will be your outcome as well, okay? So you are looking to get rid of the energy and free yourself up. What energy is Spirit bringing to the reading? Oh, that popped out. I'm going to take it. Very messy. The Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, again, that which you can touch, that which you can see. Great reward is the Ace of Pentacles. So the hard work you're putting into building the life you want is going to pay off. And Spirit is reminding you that if you just stick to it, you will see better. Things will get nicer for you. Yeah, it can feel like you're in a state of panic sometimes when you worry about it, but you really don't need to because, hey, Spirit's got your back, right? In your position of hopes and fears, what do we have for my Aquarius in July? You have the Four of Pentacles. So you are considering making a big move, and I really feel like this may be job related, but it could be a physical move, okay? Looking to get up from that spot that you're in. The Four of Pentacles is all about, you want to be sure you have enough, you have your security, but just be sure that you're not being too greedy. So you're afraid that you're overstepping your bounds at times. I'm here to tell you, Aquarius, you're absolutely not. Somebody needs a forward thinker like us because my ascendant sign is Aquarius. And I do often feel the pull in a way that kind of challenges the hierarchy around me. And it does tend to, well, piss some people off. But I'm going to say that you're not overstepping your boundaries if you're just saying, this is my comfort zone, this is where I'm at, this is what I want, and this is what I need. Because the rest of the world isn't going to hesitate to do the very same. And there's nothing wrong with standing your ground when you feel like you are in your genuine, most right energy doing so. You're just telling people what it is you need. It's like when you get a pet from the pet shop. It needs food, it needs water, certain kinds of toys are more favorable to certain pets, certain kind of housing. Because, I mean, you wouldn't stuff a dog into a birdhouse, evidently, or a bird into a fish tank. That's just silly. So it's okay to call your shots on what it is you want. Just be sure you're not being greedy by taking more than you really feel you need at this time. I don't think that's you. At times you may feel greedy, and that's why that card is there. But there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, this is what I need to build the life I want. And if it doesn't work for you, then you just move on. So what is the far energy coming from this outcome in these cards for Aquarius? Spirit, what is the outcome of this reading? And your final card is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is very much like we have the Lovers here. So it's like we went from the upside down to the upright. Because again, that is about filling your own cup, Aquarius, before you can give to anybody else. But I feel like if you're putting out there what you're about, people are going to see it, people are going to hear you, and the universe will deliver, because it is wanting to give us the Ace of Pentacles. It is wanting to give you what you're truly worth. So put into yourself, and you will see that which you desire. Do the work and carry yourself through July with grace and truth and forward movement, and you will have that which you desire. My name is Echo. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm wishing you a very happy July, and I will see you next time.